Hey YouTube, it's Lisa, and today I really finally wanted to address what I'm doing to increase my egg quality. I am planning to try and conceive again, but when I was really thinking about it, I know I can say it's my advanced maternal age, or it could be many things, but in my heart of hearts, I believe that it was because I was not taking good care of myself. And I have read that your egg quality is it's 30. Some people say 90, and some people say 120 days before you actually ovulate, or is when those eggs are affected. So what you're doing now affects your eggs that will be dropped in either 90 days or 120 days, depending on which study you go with. And so I am actually going to skip a cycle because I'm really trying to improve my egg quality. And one of the things I realized was that I was doing pretty much everything wrong, and I was at a really bad stage in my life as far as my health. Like we had a lot going on, a lot of stress. We had foster kids, and at one point we had 6 very young children in the house, and I was finding myself, I just started drinking caffeine, and I don't normally drink caffeine, but not only did I drink soda, diet soda, which is probably worse than regular soda because it's got all those chemicals in it, not even just real sugar. I started drinking diet soda, and then pretty soon that caffeine wasn't enough, and then I started drinking the monster soda drinks, and I just was eating like crud. I wasn't eating enough vegetables, and I do believe the age of my eggs actually makes a difference. I think if I was 20, I think I probably could have gotten away with it, but I think now at this point I need to really be careful and take care of my eggs because they're already fragile, and I need them to divide well. So anyway, I decided that I was going to start taking really good care of my eggs, and I did a lot of research, and I was planning on making a video. In fact, I did make a really long video about some of the things I was doing to change to help my egg quality, and I accidentally deleted it. So I was just I thought I would start doing this in steps, and just like maybe each day do one of the things I'm doing, because I have actually made some really big changes, some small changes, some big changes, some things I'm not doing anymore, some things I'm doing more of. So I just thought I'd start with one thing a day and just make it a series. So it'll be like a 50-part series. But the first thing that I wanted to do, because it was kind of one of the easiest changes and one of the biggest changes, is I was doing some research, and I just came across this study about the stuff that's in your water. Now, of course, I've heard about the stuff that's in our water before, but I've never really cared because I just was like, well, I'm drinking plenty of water and that's healthy for you and blah, blah, blah. But after my miscarriages, I started to realize that the water actually might be playing a role here, especially when I was reading that our water contains chemotherapy, it contains birth control. So any medications that people are taking and then they're urinating or excreting out of their bodies is going into our water system, and even though it's being filtered and cleaned, those chemicals are still remaining in there, and that's on top of the chlorine to clean it and the fluoride. And I just thought, I really don't need to be drinking all those extra chemicals. Now, I am really lucky, and I live in Colorado where we actually have really good pretty decent water. If you live in New York City, I've heard that their water is very chemically laden just to clean it. So anyway, the first thing I decided to do was to get a super strong water filter, and I ended up getting the Zero water filter, and I'll show it to you in a minute. And I actually think it makes the water taste better. But it filters out, I think it says organic compounds, so that does not guarantee that it filters out everything, but most medications have organic compounds, so it does filter out a lot of that. And it was actually very inexpensive. I felt it was for what I got. It was $39.99. I got it on Amazon. I'm an Amazon Prime member because I'm an Amazon junkie, so the shipping was free. And I think I've talked in my other videos about how it was kind of that these miscarriages were like an eye-opener for me and my family, not just the miscarriage, but I was realizing that there's no reason for my kids to be drinking chemicals either, because we don't know what those things are going to be doing to their bodies 20 years from now. So I thought this was an eye-opener. That was one of the, when I say look for the blessings and these things that happen to you, that was one of the blessings that I found, is that I was like, okay, I see that, you know, I need to really watch this, not only for my own body, but for my kids. But so anyway, so I got the zero water filter. It comes with a little meter. Let me see. I've got it, and I'll show you the filter. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the filter in just a minute. But this meter, like, so it checks for 6 things, like organic compounds, fluoride, chlorine, I believe. I can't remember. But anyway, I did a lot of research on it, and it was like a filter. It was one of the best ones out there, especially for the price. For me, I mean, that's from the research I did. So anyway, but you take this little thing and you put it in, and you get, and you can test your own tap water, which was one of the things that let me know that my tap water really was pretty good, because it registered at a 49, which is right on the level of kind of right where it gets to being bad. Whereas like other places, like they're up in like the 300s. So, but then once I filtered it, it registers 0. And so anyway, so that's for the contaminants. So there's no guarantee that it gets out all of the medications or whatever. There are guarantees on 6 things, but there's no guarantee, but there is a most probable, since it filters out organic compounds, it's very probable that it gets out a lot of the medication. So anyway, that is the first thing that I did to change to help my egg quality, was to improve the quality of my water. And I did that by getting a water filter, and I also believe it improved the quality of my family's water. So I will show you what the filter looks like. Okay, so this is what the water filter looks like. You can see my kids' Halloween candy in the background. It also comes in like a pitcher. You can get a smaller version. This version, if I had more fridge space, I would actually get a couple of these, because I actually fill this one a lot for my whole family to drink the water, and I use it to mix my kids' drinks or whatever. I water down their juice and stuff like that. So we use a lot of water from this. But what I really wanted to show you is I have tap water in the white one, and then I have filtered water in the other one. So when I do the tap water, so you can see this one is registering 57. Now, I don't know if we've had a change in our water or what, but it used to register 49. So this one, it's like I'm seeing an increase in chemicals and stuff. And then over here in the red one is just my filtered water that I did with the zero water filter, and it stays at 0. So that is 6 different chemical elements and things that are no longer in the water. And I honestly, when I'm trying to conceive, I do not want someone else's birth control in my water. So I'm feeling pretty confident. And also fluoride and chlorine are, like, fluoride's a neurotoxin, so I don't really need that while I'm trying to get pregnant. And anyway, that is, you can call me a crazy person for thinking the water is a big difference, but that is the first thing that I am doing to improve my egg quality. And I will be doing one of these short videos each day until I get through all the things that I am doing, and I am doing a ton of things. And then I will be trying to conceive either late November, early December, and I will let you guys know how that goes, if it all worked. All right, take care, YouTube, and take care all you mamas out there who are trying to conceive. Good luck, you guys.